I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So we're gonna start seated. Go ahead and just find an easy seat, legs crossed, doesn't matter what direction, whatever feels good to you. Let's start by sitting tall, so reaching energy through the crown of the head, reaching energy into the floor, through your tailbones. They're rooted down into the ground. Let's just breathe for a moment. Inhale and exhale. Now keep going with the breath. Bring your awareness to the cylinder that is your torso. And as you inhale, everything expands, front, side, and back. And as you exhale, everything hugs in. Those are your abs already starting to work. So we inhale and exhale. Now on the next inhale, I want you to reach your heart forward and up. Gaze can come up. And then exhale, reverse that. You can lean back. Hands can just be gently placed on your knees. Inhale, heart reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. And then exhale, find a little curve up the spine here. So keep going with your own breath. We're basically doing a seated cat-cow. You inhale, find a little arch. Exhale, find a curl. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, expand your heart forward. And exhale, curl one more time. You're drawing the belly to the spine. And then you come up here to neutral. Now let's find a little rotation. Take your left shoulder or your left rib cage and just twist a little bit towards your right knee. And then I want you to find a circle with your rib cage. Bring it over to the other side. So we inhale and then exhale on the way around. And you can reverse that breath pattern if that works for you. Just keep going around and around, stirring with your rib cage. No right or wrong here, but we're finding some movement in the spine before we get into our Pilates work here. Take it back around. And then let's land center. Go ahead and take your right hand, tent your fingers on the floor. Left arm reaches up. So first we find length. That same length that we found when we first sat down. We inhale, reach taller. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, both arms come up as you cross through center. Exhale, reach over to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach over. Now hold it on this side for a moment. Inhale, fill up the side of your body with breath. And then exhale, take it center. We'll go over to the left. Hold it here for a moment. Inhale, fill up your right lung. And then exhale, take it back through center. Arms come down. All right, we're gonna get right into some ab work. So go ahead and turn profile, or however you can see me best. And by the way, when we're profile, when I say front leg, front leg is whatever's closest to the screen. That's just easier than right and left in this Zoom world that we're in, okay? So your feet are on the floor, knees are bent, they're in line with your hip points. So that's gonna look different for everybody. We're gonna start by sitting up tall, just like we did a moment ago. Inhale, reach energy through the crown of the head. Now take your fingertips behind your thighs. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, roll back. Just to the point where, it's about where your arms are lengthened. Nice deep breath in here, and then exhale, roll it up, thinking one bone at a time. Keep that curve until your shoulders are over your hips, and then you straighten up. Inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll it back. So we're starting with a lot of unfurling of the spine today. Shoulders melt here. Inhale, exhale, roll it back up. Try to keep that C curve until the last minute. We're gonna hold the next one. So we inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll it back. You decide how low you're gonna go. Knowing that we're gonna be here for a little bit, you can adjust your feet. Option to reach your arms forward. Take it 1 inch up, exhale back. 1 inch up, and take it back. And up, and back. One more time, we're gonna hold it on the back. Relax your shoulders, take your front arm, reach it up to the ceiling, and bring it down. Back arm up and down. This is me waving to you. Hello. And down. Reach up and down. One more each way. So my abs are shaking and quaking. If yours are doing that, then you're doing it right. And then let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll it up. Okay, so you can always go back to that home base of hands between thighs. Otherwise, we're gonna add on. This time, hug a tree. So you've got what we call a quarter-broad ballet. Shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll it back. We're gonna hold here. So find that place. Your abs are working, you're scooping out here. We inhale, exhale, turn toward me. Now your chest is gonna stay in line with your fingertips as you hug that tree. Take it with you. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn away. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn away. And center, turn away. Optional add-ons. Take it to the center, turn away, lift your front leg. And bring it center, back leg. Okay, so we're rotating from the chest. Your heart is following your fingertips. Center and back. Let's do one more time each way. Let's hold, twist toward me, hold that twist. Let's open and close the arms for 4, 3, like you're flying away. Last one, bring that foot down. I'm gonna turn away from you, you're gonna turn away from me. Turn toward the back, hips stay level. You can lift that back leg, fly your arms. Open, close, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back through center. One more deep breath in here. And exhale, roll it all the way up. Okay, I'm gonna scoot forward a little because we're gonna come down. I need more room behind me, you might too. From here, arms forward, we're gonna roll it down slow all the way down to the floor. So we've warmed up for this. Inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll it down. Think one bone at a time. Roll it down. First, the lower back comes down, then the middle of the back, then your shoulders. Finally, your head comes down, and we keep our arms reaching right up toward the ceiling. Actually, let's bring our arms down to the floor to start. Okay, so we're on our back. Bring your heels in a little bit closer. Knees are still in line with your hip points. We're gonna do some glute bridges, so that's why I want your heels a little closer. You decide where the best place is for that. So we were rolling, kind of initiating from the upper back. Now we're gonna do it from the lower back. We inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone, and then start to peel your spine off the floor as your hips come up. We only go as high as the shoulder blades. So my shoulder blades are still on the floor. I'm pressing my heels into the floor. I'm lifting with my hips, so my glutes and my hamstrings are already working. Now we inhale, exhale, reverse. You drop your chest first. Then you drop the middle of the back. Then you drop the lower back. And then you unfurl the tailbone, and you can find a teeny bit of an arch at the bottom. Inhale, exhale, reverse that. Tailbone reaches up toward the ceiling. That starts the unwinding. That brings your hips up. I'm relaxed in my neck. I'm pressing into my heels. Inhale, exhale, roll it down. First the chest, then the middle of the back, then the tailbone. All right, we're gonna come up and hold it up on the next one. So take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll it up. Okay, head, neck, shoulders are relaxed. Arms are active. They're helping to support you here. Press into your heels. We're gonna take 8 little lowers and lifts. So we lower the hips, come straight up. So we're not rolling anymore. Now we're finding a nice hinge at the hips, neutral spine. Take it down and up for 3 and lift. Every time you come up, press into your heels. Think about rebounding from the heels. 2 more. Hold it up on this next one. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more sets of 8 of those lifts and lowers. You have the option to do them with feet down, or bring your front knee up to tabletop, or try straightening that leg. Now your hips need to stay level here. That means I'm pushing so hard into my back heel. Inhale, exhale, drop, and lift. Drop and lift. Now I'm keeping my back knee in line with my back hip. And lift. That means I have to activate my inner thigh quite a bit. And lift. 4 more. 3, 2, lift it and hold it up. Bring the front leg down. Reestablish your level hips. Your front foot is in line with your front hip. I'm going to bring my back leg up to tabletop. You can also straighten the leg. Do what works for your body today. Let's lower and lift. Keep breathing through this and lift. Press into your front heel. Keep the knee in line with the hip. All right, I think we have 4 more. See, when I can't hear the music, that's the problem. I totally lose track of the counts, but we're just gonna go with it. We got 2 more. Feels about right in my body. Last one, hold it here. Bring the heels down. Nice deep breath in. We're gonna roll back down, starting with the chest. We lower the chest, middle of the back. Tailbone comes last, and lengthen out. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And let's get into some more ab work here. After this set of ab work, we get to get off of our backs, so let's make it count, okay? Let's bring our knees up to tabletop. That means right over the hips, okay? So that's not in here with my tailbone reaching up, but rather my tailbone on the mat, knees right over my hips, okay? Now moving from the thigh bone, we'll start with the front leg. You're gonna tap one toe down and bring it up. Now your back leg, tap the toe down, bring it up. And tap, exhale, lift. Tap. So you'll notice I'm keeping the right angle at my knee. And then you have the option to bring the arms up toward the ceiling. And let's face our palms toward our toes. You have the option to layer on an ab curl here. So you exhale, tap the toe down as you reach the fingers forward and bring it back down. Exhale, reach the fingers forward as you tap the toe down and release. Keep going. Now you can always bring the feet down. Find some ab curls here. Otherwise, I'm going to give you another option. Try straightening the front leg this time. Push away with your back ribs as you find that lift and lower. Exhale, reach toes, reach fingers, push away with your back ribs and lower. Lift and lower. Exhale on that lift and lower. Let's do one more, each leg. Push the airway as you find that reach and lower. Okay, let's take a quick break here. Everybody bring your hands behind your head now. You can do hand over hand or a very gentle lacing of the fingers. These are still in tabletop, but you're welcome to bring them down and take a break at any point. I want you to bring your elbows in a little bit so you can see them in your peripheral vision, but you're keeping the collarbone wide. Take a nice deep breath in. Find your knees over your hips. Exhale, lift. Now remember, you're pushing away with your back ribs and you're pulling up with your front ribs. I want you to extend your front leg and then twist shoulder toward knee and then exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch and switch. Find your breath. Be loud with that exhale. That's going to help you tap into your abs. Now notice I'm staying lifted in my chest and I'm just rotating side to side at the rib cage. Let's do 2 more sets. Front leg, back leg, and go ahead and relax it down for a moment. Hug your knees in, give yourself a little rock side to side. Okay, that was all preparation for a move that we haven't done yet in our class, which is the Pilates teaser. That's actually what it's called. So a couple of options to try this. Everybody take your feet down, okay? Hands up to the ceiling, shoulders melt down. Now, option number 1 is inhale, exhale, just reach your fingers forward, find a curl. This is your home base. You can always come back to this and lower it down. Now try tabletop knees. Inhale, exhale, curl up, reach your fingers and take it down. So we've already done this, we've practiced. Next time you're gonna come up a little bit higher into kind of like a boat pose. So we inhale, we exhale, we roll up, nice and slow. This is not an exercise that uses momentum. We find our Pilates teaser with bent knees to start, and then we roll it down. We've done all of that work, stretching the back. Inhale, exhale, reach your fingers forward, sink your femur bones into your hip sockets, take it up, and then roll it down. Okay, we're only gonna do a few more. The next option is to inhale, exhale, as you roll it up and you peel your spine up, you extend your legs and you find your balance point, reach your fingers towards your toes and roll it down. You can come back to tabletop with the knees, arms come up, inhale, exhale, option to reach the legs, peel it up. If you're using momentum, I want you to take it back to whatever we did before and roll it down. One more, we're gonna hold it. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Push your ribs away behind you. Find that lift, reach for your toes. Inhale, and exhale, roll it down. Feet come down, take your arms to a T, let your knees go side to side a little bit. That is a Pilates classic. There are a few different versions of that. We'll keep playing with it in class. Just let your knees sway side to side. No right or wrong here, just kind of loosening up a little bit of that tension. All right, knees come toward me. We're gonna come onto our side for some leg work and give the abs a little bit of a break here, okay? So we're gonna start in an upright, well, sort of upright. I want your elbow under your shoulder, okay? And you're on your forearm in the front. Couple of things to think about here. Your heels are in line with your butt, okay? And then look at your top hip. If it's sitting back, I want you to push it forward so that your hips are stacked one on top of the other. That's super important, and we're gonna keep it that way. Feet are right next to each other. I said elbow under shoulder, now lock the shoulder, not lock, that sounds a little aggressive, but I want your shoulder nice and strong here. So it's in the socket and you're lifted under your rib cage. So if I take my hand and I lift up and I push the floor away with my upper arm, I'm in a much stronger position here. Your front hand can be on the floor or it can be on your hip, whatever feels good to you. And we're gonna rotate, keep your feet together, open your knee and close. Open your knee and close. So it might not open very much. And especially if you're keeping your hips stacked one on top of the other, like I would like you to. So we're getting some side glute work, AKA gluteus medius, open and close. One more just like this. Now you have the option to take your arm up toward the ceiling. And then if you would like, we're gonna take this up a notch. When you open your knee, you lift your bottom hip, you push into your forearm, and then you close. So you open, find that diamond shape, lift your bottom hip, and close. And open, and close. Let's do 5 more, and close. This is a sneaky side plank. 4, with some glute work. 3, still have that strong shoulder underneath. 2, last one, hold it up here. Option to reach the top leg long, reach the arm, reach energy through the crown of your head. You can even take your gaze down if that feels better on your neck. Nice deep breath in and take it down. Okay, staying in this position, but go ahead, let's give the head and neck and shoulders a little break. So you can either come down, rest your head on your upper arm, or prop up your head. Just make sure your elbow is back so that you're still in that nice long line. You're gonna take your knees to more of a right angle to your body, okay? But hips are still stacked, so your knees are actually a good cue for that. Stack your knees one on top of the other. Then straighten your front leg out in front of you. You've got like an L position here, basically, okay? I want your toes parallel. That means that they're going in this direction, okay? Pointing toward, I don't know, same direction as your head-ish, I guess. Flex the foot nice and actively, okay? Find a little lift and lower right here. Lift and lower. So what I mean by parallel is I'm not turning out. We were before, but we're gonna stay parallel here. Up and down for 3, 2. Now bring it down and just kind of hover it. Track your foot back as if you were dragging it along a shelf there, just until you feel your glute turn on in the back. Your hand can come to the front here for a little support, but I still want your hips stacked. Now we keep the foot flexed, keep it parallel, but you draw a diagonal line behind you with your heel. So it's up and a little back, up and back, up and back, up and back. For 3, 2. Now we put those 2 moves together. So we take the leg in front of us in a line and a little lift. And then we sweep it behind, find that little diagonal lift. And it's forward, up, down, sweep it back, up, down. Now keep going, up, down, back, up, down. So I'm keeping my torso pretty stable here. Take it back, up, down, forward, up, down, back, up, down. 3 more sets, and back, forward, and back. 2 more, and back. My friend just came into the room. Forward. That's my dog, Oliver. Now hold it forward. We are still parallel with the foot. Tap the heel down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go ahead and bend your knee on top. The whole family got involved there, trying to get the dog out of the room. Okay, he could have stayed. That was fine with me. Go ahead and sit yourself right up. Take that top leg that you were just working, cross it over your bottom leg. You're gonna have to rearrange your hips a little bit here at the bottom. So ideally, you've got both hips down on the mat. Now, if that's not working for you here, straighten your bottom leg. That's actually better for my hips, which are a little bit on the tighter side, okay? Once you've got that foot crossed over, you're gonna hug it with your right arm. Find a little kickstand behind you with your back arm and twist. Press that hip into the ground as you find that twist. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. And then go ahead and unwind here. All right, let's go to the other side, and something crazy is happening with my ponytail here. So I'm gonna fix that too. Feel free to take advantage of the opportunity. We're just gonna flip our legs right over to the other side, going into side 2 of that hip work, okay? So line your elbow under your shoulder, shoulder rolls back, and you hug it into the socket. You're lifting underneath your rib cage, pushing the floor away. You've got your heels in line with your hips, and your hips are stacked one on top of the other. Hand come to the front or to the hips. Feet are together. First, we just rotate, open, close, open, close. Some great mobility work for the hips. We're just getting used to this movement. I'm staying lifted underneath. 2, option to reach the arm up. Okay, here comes that layer. You open the knees, you lift your bottom hip, you press into your forearm, and lower, close the knees. Lift and open, take it down and close. Lift and open, take it down and close. And lift, and down. For 3, in 2 we hold it. Last one, hold it up this time, push the floor away, length through the crown of your head, length through your top foot, and just hold. Let's do 1 deep breath in, and exhale, and we take it all the way down. All right, so head can be propped up in your hand here, or you can give it a rest, lay it down, whatever works for you. We're gonna bring the knees in, got that right angle here. Hips are still stacked, so I was sitting back a little. I'm gonna push my top hip forward, and then lengthen your top leg. Little lift and lower here. We take it up and down, up and down. Keeping the hips stacked, foot is parallel. up and down. 2 more. Last one. Now hold it here. We just sweep the foot back and we find that little diagonal lift back. So it's up and back. You can bring the hand down in front of you here. Lift and lower, leading with the heel like you're drawing a small diagonal line. For 3, 2, now we combine. We sweep the foot forward, up, down, take it back, up, down, forward, up, down, back, up and down, forward, up and down. All right, let's do 4 more sets like this. Up and down. Nice. Take it forward and back. 2 more. Sweep it back, using your abs to stabilize. Is that 2? We're just gonna add 1 more on because I'm honestly not sure. Hold it here. Now we emphasize lower and lift. For 7, this is how we started, but sometimes just changing direction makes a difference. For 3, 2, last one, and go ahead and bend your knees, sit it up, and we'll find that same stretch. So that top leg that was just working crosses over. You can stay right here with your bottom leg folded underneath you, or you can lengthen that leg in front of you, flex your foot. I find flexing the foot helps me get there better. Both sits bones pressed into the floor. Turn towards your knee, hug it, find a kickstand behind you. Now press the right hip away or into the floor to get more out of this stretch. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find the twist. And let's go ahead and release. Slowly unwind. Okay, now we're gonna face our mat, come prone on the mat, so face down. A little bit of back extension work, and then we get to take it up to some standing work. So hands are gonna be just in front of your shoulders, elbows are bent. Let's find length in the body before we do anything. So lift your front leg, the one closest to me, reach it back and away from you, and then drop it down. Lift your back leg, reach it away from you, and drop it down. Let's inhale, exhale, just feel the abs hugging in, your lower abs. We're gonna keep that connection there as we find a little bit of a lift here. Now I want you to barely use your hands. As you inhale, exhale, reach your tailbone away from you as you reach your heart in front of you and lift. Your gaze can come up and take it down. Inhale, exhale, find the lift, and take it down. Now, if you're tempted to use your hands like I am, just hover them. Heart reaches forward. You're using your upper back muscles. You're rolling your shoulders back and take it down. Now we layer on. We inhale, exhale, lift your heart forward. Reach your arms forward. Inhale, sweep your arms back. And then they come down to the floor. So it's a little breaststroke here. So we inhale, exhale, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach your arms forward as you sweep back. See if you get a little more height and take it down. 2 more just like that. Inhale, exhale, lift, heart reaches. Inhale, arms reach, swim it back. See if you can find a little more height. Reach your fingers behind you and lower. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, find the lift. Reach your tailbone long. Reach your heart in front of you. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, swim, and take it down. Go ahead and push yourself up. Sit your hips back behind you into a child's pose. You can take your knees wide here. And just shift your hips side to side a little bit. And then hold center. We're going to come up to all fours. We are in the perfect position to do our plank today, right? Or we're going to get there. Okay, so I want your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips to start. Let's find our strong upper body. So you widen your fingers, super wide on your mat. You push the floor away. Find a little micro bend in your elbows. Shoulders draw away from the ears, and then lift your heart. So that's your strong upper body. Now we get the lower body involved. Step one foot back. Step the other foot back. Find your plank. So we're going to be here for a few minutes. Well, not really a few minutes, a couple of minutes. Now you can always bring your knees down. Keep pushing the floor away. Keep finding that upper body strength. But let's get the lower body a little bit more involved here. So your hips are in line with your shoulders. I want you to reach through your heels. I want you to imagine that I'm pulling up behind your kneecaps and then push into your toes a little bit more. Notice what that does to your abs. So take a little weight off your toes. Inhale. Exhale, push into your toes. There's your strong plank, right? Now, option to layer on an alternate foot lift. So front foot lifts, point your toe, and then lower. Back foot lifts and lower. Lift front leg and lower. Lift and find length. Reach it away from you and lower. 2 more each side. Okay, 1 more. Lift and find length through the toe and lower. Back leg and hold. 1 more deep breath here. And exhale, find your child's pose again. Sit back. Go ahead and rock your hips side to side. Let's walk our arms toward the front and sit your hips back. And then walk your hands over to the back. Sit your hips back in the opposite direction. And then let's walk our hands to center. Come back up to all fours. We're going to transition to standing through a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under. Think reaching hips to the sky first. So hips go up, 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 up. Then heels start to lower toward the floor. Maybe they get there, maybe not. Keep reaching the tailbone up. Get that big stretch in the back of the legs. Pedal your heels. So you bend one knee, opposite heel comes down. Just go through that a few times. And then hold here. Deep breath in, exhale, start to walk your feet towards your hands. And come to a forward fold. Your hands can be on the floor, they can be on your shins. Whatever feels good to you. Let your head hang heavy. Nod yes. Shake it no. Nod yes. One more time. And then find a little bend in your knees. Roll it up. We're rolling up slowly, just like we've done throughout class. Shoulders roll back when you get to the top. Head stacks on top. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale. And turn and face me. Okay, so we're going to end standing, which is a good way to transition back to whatever we were doing before. We're going to find our feet parallel right under our hip points. So I've got a little bit of space. I see 2 11s underneath me. Shoulders melt down. I've got my palms facing forward, but my elbows are in by my torso. I'm going to ground into my right foot, but try to keep my hips level as I bend my left knee, lift my left heel. And from here, we take a little bicep curl as we lift the knee up. Balance challenge, take it down. Exhale, lift. And then you can even turn the palms down as you lower, turn them up as you lift, and lower. So I know we don't have weights in our hands, but pretend that you do. Pretend that the air is thick molasses, and you're pushing through it. You'll actually get something out of this, I promise. And down. Next one, we hold it up. Hold it up, find your balance. Can you level out your hips? Let's turn the palms in toward each other now. Bring the elbows up. And we straighten arm and leg, and bend. And reach, and bend. Straighten, bend. So I'm grounding into all 4 corners of my standing foot, keeping my arch lifted. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then we bring it down. Give it a little wiggle in the middle. Just notice how that feels. Reestablish your foundation. Parallel feet. Let's start with palms facing forward, elbows by our side. Now we ground into our left foot. Lift your right heel. Level out your hips. So if you did this, I want you to rein it in, okay? Let's go ahead and lift knee, find a little bicep curl, and tap it down. And lift, and tap. And lift, tap. 4 more here. Push the air. 3. Remember, it's molasses or honey. Ooh, I just lost my balance. Okay, hold it up on the next one. Hold it up. Let's bring the elbows up, palms face in, and we straighten the leg and bend and straighten. Keep going. So I don't know about you all, but I'm on a mat, on a rug, on a rug. So this is like a crazy balance challenge. Not the same as when we're on that nice wood floor in the Bond Center. We got 2 more. Reach and bend. Last one. And then go ahead and bring it down. All right, now let's bring our heels together, toes apart. It's a narrow V. And remember that rotation happens from the hips. So these muscles on the side of your hips, they're activating, and you think about wrapping them back. Find your port bra in front of you. Hug a tree, if you will. Okay. We're gonna lift, heels come up into releve, and then lower, take it all the way down to a plie, a little faster. So it goes releve, plie, releve, plie. When you find that releve, you're on the balls of your feet, and you're thinking about using both the outside and the inside. And lower, and lift, and lower. 4 more. 3. We're gonna hold the releve in 2. We got 1 more full set. All right, hold it up. Hold it up. Find your releve. Hold it there as you open your arms. Another balance challenge. Woo! And then go ahead and lower down. Let's step out to a wider plie. So it's a wide, wide second position. Adjust so that your knee is tracking towards your toes. You're activating the glutes again on the outside here. We're gonna do the same thing. So we lift up, lift your heels into a releve, and then plie, arms down. This time arms come to the side. Up, and take it down to your plie. And up, and down to your plie. I almost just toppled over there. I find the wider ones much harder. And lower for 3. Inhale, exhale. We're still pushing the air away. It's gonna help us grow tall too. And push. Last one, we're gonna hold our plie at the bottom. Hold it here. Arms reach out to the side. Draw your knees back. Sink down a little lower and pulse. Down, 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 down. For 6, 5, 4, shoulders relax. 2, hold your plie. We're not done yet. When you lift your right heel, set it down. Lift your left heel, set it down. Now we go right, left, right, left. My arms are just to show you what the feet are doing. They can keep reaching out to the side. And I'm trying to keep my hips level. For 4, and 3, 2, last one, and take it up. Go ahead and heel toe your feet. Actually, heel toe your feet out more, not in. I want it to go wider, not closer. Point your toes forward. We get to stretch it out now. So take your hands behind you. They can be like a cape, or you can clasp them behind you if that feels good. Feet are parallel to each other and to the sides of the mat. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward. So I'm gonna turn profile so you can see what this looks like. You can stay right where you are, but I'm finding length in my back. So reaching crown of the head in front of me, tailbone behind me, rolling the shoulders back. Now we find a little hip shift. Just shift your hips a little bit to the right and to the left. And then shoulder can come down as you find that shift. You can rotate a little bit at the rib cage. One more time each direction, keep going. And then release the hands They can come down to the floor. You can bend your knees if you need to, but keep reaching your tailbone up. Nice deep breath in here. And then on the exhale, let's walk our hands over to the right. Feet follow. They're gonna come parallel so you can come down to a runner's lunge. Okay, so we're gonna start out the hip flexor. So fingertips on the floor. My core is still active here. I'm not totally collapsing. I'm finding length through the crown of my head. My front knee is stacked over my ankle. And then I'm reaching through my back heel even more. See if I can get a little bit deeper in the stretch. Take your front hand, plant it down on the mat. You're gonna turn away from me as you sweep your back hand up. Inhale, rotate, exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Now I want you to step your back foot in a little bit more and straighten your front leg. Take your back hip, nudge it back a little bit. You can be reaching energy through the crown of the head. So the idea here is to get a stretch up the front, the back of the front leg. That was a tongue twister. And then slowly bend that front knee again and start to walk it to the other side. So we'll find our runner's lunge on this side. So go ahead and sink into it. Adjust however you need to. I do want the front knee more or less over the front ankle, and then find more length through the back leg. See if you can reach your back heel away from you a little bit more. Nice deep breath in here. And then let's plant the front hand on the floor. Open and rotate toward your back knee. And then exhale, close it. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Step your back foot in a little bit closer. Feet are still parallel. It's like they're on a narrow gauge rail. Reach the crown of your head long. Nudge your back hip back a little bit more because it probably stuck forward there. Nice deep breath in. And then go ahead and bend that front knee. Walk your hands back to center, toes pointing forward one more time. Inhale, bend your knees, exhale, roll it up. Shoulders roll back. Now I want you to heel toe your feet in. Bring them back to parallel. A couple of quick neck stretches here before we say goodbye. Inhale, arms overhead. Right arm reaches down. Reach up with your left arm and over, just like we started. And then reach both arms up. Transition to the other side. Inhale, up. As you go up and over, push into your left foot. Take it up and over. Now take it up, both arms up. Left hand comes to your right ear as you push the air away with your right arm. And as the fingers start to fall with energy, put some gentle pressure here for a neck stretch. Inhale. Exhale, take your gaze down to the floor. Give those neck muscles a stretch. Let's take it back to where we started and release. Inhale, both arms overhead. Left fingers reach away, away, away. Then you find the ear. A little bit of pressure as you're reaching the arm away. So Pilates is all about finding opposition. So that's what we're doing here. We're reaching away with the left fingertips as we're applying some gentle pressure to get that neck stretch. Take your gaze down. Back to center. And release. Nice and slow. One more big deep breath here. All together, arms overhead. Heart toward the ceiling. Exhale, release. Push the air away. And we are all done. I'm coming in to say hi and to stop the recording.